Well, I'm a documentary filmmaker, essentially. In Hollywood or the industry, there's a lot of different positions or titles and terminologies, which you'll see at the end of a TV show or a documentary. I have worked in a range of those positions to get to where I am, and I think that's important to make documentaries. I direct, I produce, and I shoot. And when I have to, I edit. Well, right now I am writing a lot. So every day I write. And creativity comes spare at the moment. You might be at the grocery store in the aisle waiting, and you just came up with this great idea. You don't have a notepad and pen, and you're not at your desk, so you're scribbling on your phone, on a receipt, anything you can find. And then at the end of the day or the end of the week, you go and edit all of your ideas that you wrote and you connect the dots. So that's what I'm doing right now. But it depends which project. If I'm actively shooting or producing, I'll be on the phone a lot, talking to a lot of subjects if they're right for the project. And then if I'm filming, I will be out in the field, wherever my subjects live. They could be in Los Angeles, they could be in Sydney, they could be in Malawi, Africa. And I go there for a month or 2 months and try to live their lives with them and follow them with the camera from the crack of dawn, from the moment the sun, rises till the sun sets for about 12, 14 hours. Or sometimes we'll be doing night shoots. Or sometimes most of the time I'm on the subject schedule, and they may be awake from 2 p.m. each day and go to sleep at 6 a.m. And it's my job to try to get as much of their life as possible and blend in with their life and connect with them, get on their level. Well, high school, I was actively working towards this for sure. I grew up in Queensland, in a small town, but in the forest, in the middle of nowhere, and we didn't have much money. And I had MTV. Well, I didn't have MTV. I had video hits, so music videos. And I wanted to be a director and a dancer. And I am a dancer. I've danced for Kylie Minogue and some other big artists. So I always knew I'd be a director, and I always wanted to help young girls. And I wanted to help young girls not go through what I went through. And in order to do that, I had to make television, documentaries, movies, music videos, which pushed girls in the direction which I should have gone in, because I went the wrong direction. And so then I wanted to make, and TV influenced me to go in the wrong direction. So I wanted to make TV that influences girls to go in the right direction. And I'm only just getting started. Whatever you've seen, whatever's out there is just rehearsal. That's nothing to me. So you'll see a lot more in that direction. What motivates me each day? Well, pulling from my own history, that's more of a subconscious and it's a very deep thing that you can't explain. It's a purpose, something may have happened to you in your past. You may have been burnt in a fire. You want to help other fire victims. The same thing with me. I had various things happen to me in my childhood, which many people go through and many people don't go through. And that was sort of plonked in my lap, like the universe, you have to do something with this. And so helping young girls. I also just love words. I do love art. I love visuals. I love to piece the puzzle together. And to be honest, there's a lot of men in my industry which are telling all of the stories and most of the stories. And even if there is a woman director or a woman at the helm and so forth, I still find it's not really the female voice that I'm looking for and the female voice that I needed when I was a young girl. And it's not the female voice that a lot of young girls are going to benefit from. And so that motivates me each day. And to make it fun and make it something that they would consume. I would say, first, I would encourage you to stay in Australia, actually, because still travel, but I would stay in Australia because Australia has some of the best filmmaking in the world. Australia has some of the best work ethic in the world. And that ethic that Australians have really lends itself to the ethic of a crew, a film set. And Australian cinema is profound. Australian cinema is on the same level as South Korean cinema and American cinema, but American cinema more blockbuster level. Independently, Americans are great independent filmmakers. Australia, great independent filmmakers. So it's stay home. And the other main reason is because your family is there, and you always want to have a base around your family because they're not going to be around forever. That's something I made a mistake with. Secondly, in terms of going out there and getting new skills, ladies, volunteer in the camera department. Whatever the guys are doing, how the men are feeding their families, learn their skills. Not to say that you want to be a camera operator, but get some experience and learn where you might want to fall.